Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers rival set to get draft pick after Pittsburgh poached star linebacker. The Baltimore Ravens are projected to receive a fourth-round compensatory pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers signing of linebacker Patrick Queen. The Steelers signed Queen to a 3-year, $41 million contract that will keep him with the team through the 2026 season. The Steelers are not projected to receive any compensatory picks. They did not lose any significant players to free agency and more than made up for it with the signing of Queen, who became the team's star linebacker and green dot wearer for the entire season. For the Steelers, that made all the sense in the world to make, and the Ravens had to cut their losses somewhere with impending stars needing contracts. With money already sunken into the position with Roquan Smith, they had to let Queen walk. Queen was notably upset the Ravens never offered him a deal to even think about returning. In his first season with the Steelers, Queen had an up-and-down season, and it did not go as well as the Steelers hoped. He played well in some aspects, but in others, he struggled and did not have great eye discipline or processing. Either way, Queen will be back in 2025 and core piece of the Steelers' defense in the future. He needs to bounce back, though, as he enters the second year of a 3-year deal. Takeaways from Tomlin. Ever watch the YouTube podcast called Guitar Teacher Reacts? It's about a groovy dude who shows off his playing chops before watching a popular song for the first time. He then pauses the song and reacts in real time. Well, consider those two graphs my chops, and here's my real-time reaction to reading Mike Tomlin's end-of-disappointing season press conference for the first time. This past Saturday, the Pittsburgh Steelers traveled to M&T Bank Stadium to face the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Wild Card round. This was the rivals' third meeting of the season. The Steelers took the win first in Week 11, then the Ravens evened the score in Week 16. Normally the Steelers have been the Ravens' kryptonite, but this time it was different. Yes, the Steelers had a .500 record of 10-7, but they hobbled into the postseason with an array of problems. First they overcame the quarterback controversy, then George Pickens was involved in a string of issues which inevitably led to the leadership of Mike Tomlin. To make matters worse, the Steelers lost the last 4 games of the regular season. In those losses, the offense failed to score more than 20 points and the defense lost the edge they used to have earlier in the season. After getting routed by the Ravens 28-14, Tomlin's future with the Steelers has been called into question. Probably the most qualified to speak on the issue is former Steelers safety Ryan Clark. During the Vikings-Rams wild card pre-show, Clark used a girlfriend group conversation as an analogy for the Tomlin-Steelers relationship. All of the homegirls that are married and have some sense will be like, "Girl, you better not leave him," Clark said about the fans that don't want to move on from the Super Bowl winning HC. Then the single homegirl, that never had a stable relationship, she gonna be like, "Hell no girl, you can have it all. You can have the world." Clark also wants to revisit the conversation if Tomlin is overachieving early in the season or if he is underachieving in the postseason. Before their Week 9 bye, the Steelers were 6-2. Justin Fields finished his QB1 run with a 4-2 record while Russell Wilson went on a 4-game win streak when he stepped in under center, but he finished the season with a record of 5-7 including the wild card loss. And of course, there was the 4-game losing streak to end the regular season. While Tomlin has kept an 18-season streak of winning records, .500 or above, when it comes to the playoffs he is 0-5 in the last 8 seasons. Saturday's loss also makes it 5 straight times that Tomlin has been one and done in the postseason. The last time Tomlin and the Steelers won a playoff game was in the 2016 season. Are they not prepared? Are they not ready? Are they not maintaining the message from the meeting room to the football field? And if you feel like that, you have to have the conversation, can we have a higher ceiling? Ryan questioned about the lack of postseason success. We can also end up being the Jacksonville Jaguars. In other words, straight-up losers. Tomlin, who is the longest-tenured HC in the league, signed a 3-year extension with the organization on June 10, 2024, locking in the coach until 2027. But will the Steelers move on before then? Steelers RB Najee Harris receives ringing endorsement from AFC Pro Bowler as part of recruiting pitch to leave Pittsburgh. Despite breaking franchise records and never missing a start in a bachelor's degree worth of games, Najee Harris has likely played his final game with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The writing has been on the wall since the team declined his 5th-year option last May, setting Harris up to be a free agent in a little over a month. And that has some of his NFL peers calling for him to join them. Why not? I mean, he's from the Bay, you know what I mean? Crosby said on his podcast, The Rush. You never know. *T, Najee's a baller. Anybody that could help when it comes to winning and being a culture guy, that's the type of guys you want around. You've seen Najee, like he's played 4 years in the league, he's had 1,000 yards every single season. Like that alone is extremely impressive, so yeah, bring in a guy like Najee, he's a tough mother ***, and he's hard to tackle too. He's my guy, obviously I'm a little biased. We have the same agent. Harris, a California native, played at Antioch High School before joining Nick Saban and winning a title at the University of Alabama. He's been a picture of durability, toughness, and reliability in Pittsburgh. But some of his comments have rubbed the Steelers the wrong way in the past, including what he said to end what was probably his final season in Pittsburgh. Really something that we talked about on the team that I feel like we need to do, is really just staying together as a team, not listening too much of the outside noise and the outside attention, Harris said after the game on Saturday. That's the fastest way to break up a team. I think that's what really happened, paying attention too much of what the media say rather than just doing what we gotta do. And I think that's one of the main things I feel like we could help us out, you know? 'Cause it's gonna be tough. There's gonna be times when you have faced some adversity. But the way you answer it is all that matters. So a change of scenery seems likely for Najee despite his historic run in Pittsburgh. What happens next at the RB position is anyone's guess, but for now, it doesn't seem Harris is a part of those plans. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Najee Harris? Leave your opinion in the comments.